All right, everyone, welcome to this Hofstra Esports Draft League Season 4 playoff preview. We are here. We have made it, ladies and gentlemen, the top 8. It is me, Scrumptious, aka Armando, here with my wonderful co-host today.
Denny. God damn it, it's Daniel. Fuck.
The Denny's are plentiful this time of year.
It's the second time this has happened too.
Oh my god. We both start with a D and we're both 10-18s, alright?
Hi, I'm also Dennis.
So yeah, we have our special guest here for this week for this playoff preview. So if you wanted to introduce yourself for real this time.
Hello, I'm actually David, not Dennis. I'm actually David in disguise. They'll never know. But yes, I'm the Tennessee Typhlosions. I don't even like the state of Tennessee.
It's alliteration.
It's alliteration. I had to do it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we have well, just looking at our playoff bracket, we have a pretty good amount of alliteration in here.
Yeah.
I think the only ones that aren't is on the 3 of the ones on the right side.
Yeah.
And 2 of those are puns. The only one is rose-tinted lenses. Because
No, I
Aqua
mean, that's
Serenity is obvious. What do you mean?
Kind
Even
of a
that's a pun because the ability tinted lens.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. How is this my first time realizing that's what it means? Genuinely, I didn't think of that.
But yeah, we have made it through another regular season of the Hofstra Esports Draft League and are here at the start of playoffs for season 4.
We're ready
Half
to go for 2
of
for
our
2.
teams have sadly been eliminated, but for the half that remain, it is truly time to lock in.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Daniel 1018.
That sucks, but that's how it
My
is.
apologies.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I guide
that has
others
been,
to a
like,
treasure
the
I cannot
closest
possess.
it's ever been. Definitely a tough battle, especially differential wise. A lot of the differential decided the what's it called, the
The
ranking,
seeding.
the seeding, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, second through fifth place had the same record, and we were within 5 differential points of each other. We
Yeah,
also
Yeah,
had we also had a tie for 6th place and 7th place.
6, 7.
Boo.
I realized as I was saying it that I walked right into that one.
yeah. The last week or two was just anyone could have gone to the playoffs. Just whether they won or lost those weeks or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are the teams that have made it through, that have succeeded in fighting for their spot. And based on our seeding, these are the matchups at play here for the first week of playoffs, and we got some interesting ones. I don't
Hi, Armando.
think, yeah. Hello, Denny. I think it's like half repeats, half not. Cause I haven't fought Denny.
Of regular season matchups.
Yeah.
Let me check on our handy dandy schedule here.
I know Taco.
Marcus and Sam fought each other week 6 in what was a 5-0 win for Marcus.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Adeline and Taco also fought week 1. So
yeah,
that's
that was
another
week 1.
repeat.
Yeah, that was a close 1-0 win for Adeline. So that should
Mhm.
be an exciting rematch.
Yeah.
Will she hold her
Yeah.
place or will there be an upset?
Did you face Hunter Waffle?
I
in the
have
regular
not
season?
faced Hunter. That's why I'm very terrified.
Ooh, okay,
Nah,
yeah. And
all
Armando
the
and
left
I
is
have
new
not faced
matchup.
each other.
All the left new, all the right repeat runbacks. But runbacks are more interesting because
Yeah,
that's when all the tricks are out and you gotta figure out new ones.
yeah. Although it's also interesting for myself and Armando because we usually prep together as prep
Yeah.
partners, and we don't get to do that this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have the most close knowledge of what the other person runs in their sets and everything. It's gonna be very
Yeah, that
fun.
Yeah.
match between you guys is going to be very entertaining.
If we don't come up with new tricks, it's gonna get wild. We're gonna have to come
Trust
up
me,
For
with
sure.
Toxic Stall is the way to go.
the stall Volbeat is gonna go crazy.
Stall Volby,
Battle, battle.
Tail Glow, think about it, +3 special attack on your Toxic.
Grass terrain, leftovers, Giga Drain.
I mean, hey, if we're talking about toxic stalling, I have the corrosion mod.
Okay, but Salazzle dies if you sneeze on it.
Unfortunately, Volbeat is very bad at sneezing with his 47 special attack.
Don't shit on my goat Volby. Don't shit on my goat
I would
Volbeat.
never shit on that's my goat. My goat Volbeat every season. Except
Hey, I
this
respect the
season. This season,
Volbeat.
it's rough.
Hey, I always respected after I won the mirror match against my Starly back in season 2.
Okay, but that was
Right.
like beating up a
What?
baby because Volbeat is like a full ass Pokemon and Starly is a child.
Yeah.
Didn't lock in yet.
But I have the
In
grown-up
this
version
economy,
now.
it makes sense to beat up children.
Yeah, if Staraptor beats up Volbeat in the run back, it's like divine justice.
It's getting bullied when you're a kid and then coming up later in life and bullying them back.
Yeah.
I'm back for round 2.
But yeah, I mean we can get more specific, but we can have just like a brief.
Yeah.
Look at the slides of the matchups. We see we got the Wayward V-Wild versus the Tennessee type.
Yeah, starting with our 1 versus 8 matchups, we have Hunter's Wayward Reviles, who went 7-1 in the regular season with a plus 27 differential against Waffle, your Tennessee Typhlosions, going 4-4 with a plus 3 differential. So, two teams have taken two different roads to get here, but in the end, it all comes down to one game here in round 1 of the playoffs as for who could advance. So, you never know what could happen.
Yeah.
No, it's a nuclear bomb versus coughing baby situation.
But if a baby coughs
And oh
really
boy, do
hard,
I
we
have
can set up a bomb.
tuberculosis. All I'm gonna say is, I hope my Gudra brought their allergy medication. Because she is gonna have to carry you hard in this match. But now that I think about it, let me look at their team.
I mean, overall, I feel like you have one of the scariest all-around teams, Waffle.
Thank you. I was about to say, I'm looking at it.
Well, Hunter's is
Unironically,
very
now that I'm
scary too.
looking at it, like, besides 3 Mons, Gudra kinda just sits there and just takes and eats everything. Because if I'm looking at Hunter's squad, he has, as his physical Mons, Paldean Fire Tauros, Tinkaton, Hitmonlee, and Bisharp.
Bisharp's probably like,
And-
the most common that to appear of those ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And besides like probably just Hitmonlee, I think generally Gudra can run coverage to get them on like a switch in or something. And Tinkaton doesn't do too much damage because it's not weak to steel. Even though I'm pretty sure Gigaton Hammer still will just do insane because Gudra's physical defense isn't great. But generally his biggest hitters of like Ribombi, Sandy Shocks, Iron Leaves, Poltegeist, all pretty sure can just get shut down by Gudra.
Especially if
Hmm.
we count some of the counter teaming you've been doing, like fist plate or fist
Fisting
plate
time.
Oh
It's
my god.
Yeah, like
Fisting time in the
whatever I
house.
had to go against week 8.
That's enough to strike the fear into any team in the top 8. Oh my goodness.
trust me when I say that this was me and Zebra Worm. He was helping me build for you, Cygnus. I was like, man, I have like, what do I do against his Hisuian Gudra? Because like this is the biggest thing that shuts off my entire team. I have Magnetism, I have Magnet Pull, and I have Body Press, and it's fisting time. Because I was like, how am I gonna do the most amount of damage onto the Hisuian Gudra? So I specifically calced it to guarantee a 2-hit KO and survive a Fire Blast from the Hisuian Gudra with specs. Just on like
That's
the off
crazy.
chance it has it.
Generational prep.
Generational prep for specifically the Hisuian Gudra, and it didn't even do anything against the Gudra. My Muck soloed it for some reason.
Yeah, if I'm Iron Leaves, if I'm Bisharp, if I'm Mandibuzz, I'm shaking in my boots right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely would not underestimate Hunter's ability to prep crazy hard for things too. We have seen that time and time
No.
again, and his team is just is just so versatile and has like so many different ways of beating his opponents.
He just
So
has
many
so many scary
conditions.
setup mons.
Yeah,
Like he has Ribombi with Quiver Dance, Poltegeist to Shell Smash. I believe indeed he has Calm Mind. And then just Iron Leaves and Sandy Shock. You just give them booster energy and they go ham turn 1.
Yeah.
it's a very scary team for sure.
Mm-hmm. I do think just out of the teams drafted, his is probably one of the best. Just he had a lot of good utility mons as well. Again with the Ribombi, but the Grafaiai and the Tinkaton, just as good disruptors as general like bulky cores. Just really good.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Hunter also managing to save enough points to get Terra Captain Bisharp in the final round.
I know. I still can't believe that.
Yeah,
And Bisharp is a terrifying mod,
great
especially
point
with
management,
Terra.
Great overall drafted team. It's gonna be rough. If you can't get nailed
Yeah.
down on what Hunter's gonna end up bringing, it's gonna be a little hard to play around some of those very nuclear threats that he has.
No,
Yeah.
we're not thinking about it. It's fisting time round 2.
True. Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
a
this match-
general look over some of the other matchups, and then we can come back to the specifics once we go to like to their team layout and then like the
Okay, yeah.
overall percentage.
Yeah, although before we move on, one last thing I'd like to mention is that we have 3 of the top 10 performers from the MVP race in this match, with the Gudra and Hunter's Bisharp and Iron Leaves
Yeah.
all being in the top 10, all with a minimum of 11 kills.
This is the battle for the real MVP.
Well, I mean, there's Armando. You literally have the current MVP. Well, technically the current MVP right now, just because. Well, depending on how far you go, because that Entei could keep that top spot.
Yeah, the MVP race was just for regular season, as an FYI.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. So I guess Entei keeps the top spot then.
Yeah. That's how it be.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, we can come back to how insane this matchup's gonna be. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
I know this one.
Hi. So,
Hi.
Armando, tell me about everything you're prepping for this matchup.
Okay. So I'm prepping for your team, and I'm bringing my team, specifically 6 of them,
I would've
Ah.
never
So
guessed.
hi.
maybe 5.
You might-
I'm not sure.
You're not saying what 6 in particular.
I assume they're gonna be Pokemon.
There's gonna be some that touch the
Think it's
ground.
true.
You know, some that don't touch the ground.
Wow.
Some of them are gonna have attacking moves.
What?
Holy
Imagine actually dealing
moly.
damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna stall
No, he's gonna.
by top 6. Be sad.
No. You're not thinking the real thing. Stealth Rock, Constant Roar.
I'm writing that down.
Completely screwed over by heavy duty boots, but it's really funny.
So yeah, it's funny you mentioned you were bringing 6 Pokemon because that's what I'm doing too.
No way. I gotta write that
No
down. I thought
way.
you were bringing 7.
I usually 6 or 7 is the amount we bring.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like actually talking, this is rough because like, well, we obviously have like a very similar score in the season so far. So like, matchup
Yeah.
wise, it's gonna be pretty close. It also doesn't help that we know each other's teams pretty well, considering we had to practice against them like all season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, like on Denny's side, like the main threats defensively, the Hisuian Goodra, obviously, one of the main spinners, Blastoise, the good old Staraptor, the main things I gotta worry about for prep wise. Obviously, there's some sleeper Pokemon that could definitely be a problem if I'm not prepared for them. But I got some funny little tricks planned up. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably stick with like my strongest performers. Maybe 1 or 2 little counter Pokemon for this week. But mainly the Pokemon you've probably been seeing before, with some interesting builds, we'll say, based on what's in my showdown planner so far.
Yeah, I definitely have some interesting things being cooked up as well, along with some typical heavy hitters. I know some of the big things to look out for. Looking at the MVP race, we see Hawlucha in the number 2 spot, but we see Volcanion at number 13. Those two have been massive for you all season, especially the Terra Captain Volcanion, which is just has that unique fire water typing, which is so good. It's definitely something to watch out for. For sure. And the Hawlucha, if it gets set up, can just like we can see what it did in week 1 when it just 6-0'd an entire team. So I've seen what that thing is capable of, and it scares me.
It's funny because like I drafted Hawlucha because of Unburden, and I barely used Unburden like with any of the terrain strats, which I have most of them, even on abilities, and I've just not been using them because I don't know. It's like in theory it's easy to position him, but like in practice, like hard switching into Hawlucha after you set up terrain is like and taking like maybe like 30-40% if I get hit by a Pokemon, it's kind of rough.
Does Pincursion not have like Memento or anything of the flavor?
Maybe, but I don't want to kill my Pincurchin. I need him for later. He saved me from getting swept by Torterra from Connor. That's my goal. He's 4-1. He has like one of the better differentials on my team, which is funny because he only came like once. But Pincurchin was going ban for ban. Yeah, this is gonna be a close matchup. It is gonna come down to who's got the funnier strat, I think. Like the secret niche move or a strategy that's gonna screw up the other person. Because I feel like we both know like the main strategies we use, but whoever comes up with the wildest like counter building I feel like is gonna pull the win here.
Yeah.
But yeah, onto the other side of the bracket.
Yeah, I guess it's also kind of challenging for us to like talk about this while each other are in call and trying not to give away secrets.
Yeah,
No,
we can't really
continue to give away
detail.
your secrets. It'd be really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, fierce strat.
Okay, so I'm kidnapping Levin's Ditto for this match.
Oh my goodness.
True. I'll lend you my Goodra as well. Don't worry.
If I get swept by my own Pokemon, does that mean I won?
Yeah.
Is that how we're counting Ditto stats now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just add them to the other Pokemon.
For sure.
So yeah, now we have Marcus's rose-tinted lenses against Sam's New York Wicks in a rematch from week 6, where Marcus did win with a score of 5-0.
Wasn't this the Ispathra game that kind of took off?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So Sam's definitely bringing a dark type or a dark Terra this time for sure.
I sure hope he is.
That
Yeah,
hopefully stops that from happening.
Yes, Pathra is one of the single most terrifying Pokemon that's just here in this league. That thing is just such a menace. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Ooh, something that could be actually pretty big into the Pathra. Sam does have the regular Zoroark.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it's a dark thing. That could be really interesting if it comes out.
Zoroark can definitely like set up under the guise that it's gonna get hit by a psychic move, pretending to be like, I don't know, like maybe like Infernape or something, and then like use that to just counter sweep before Marcus. The only problem is like if Lokius comes in, then Zoroark has to leave again, but it could definitely at least get rid of the Ispathra from becoming a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lokix is just gonna be a problem no matter what.
Yeah, both these players have been running some pretty consistent teams, with Sam having brought Infernape, Decidueye, and Noivern to every match, and Rhydon has come to every match except for one. While on Marcus's side, Lokix, for Alligator, Sylveon, Donphin, and Mimikyu have all come to every match, with Moltres also coming to 5 of them. That's the 6. So both these teams have been pretty consistent in terms of what they've been bringing all season, with the occasional tech here and there.
Yeah, they've gotten very comfortable with like their main lineup of Pokemon. Not really opting in to switch, maybe like 1 or 2 win, like as a difference each week. But their main lineup, they know how to pivot them in. They know how to set up for a late game win, how to conserve them. So they are very comfortable with their teams. And honestly, if we don't see a Spathra become a problem again, this could be a lot closer than it was last time for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And also, Marcus's Lokix is 11th on the MVP leaderboard. Sam's Infernape is at number 12, right behind it. So those two are definitely the leaders of these teams. But yeah, with this being a rematch again, seeing what adjustments are made will be very interesting to see.
Yeah, just Marcus just has so many crazy sweeping threats that a really good defensive team building will have to be done on Sam's side.
Mm-hmm. Just having something that could like live. Realistically, low kicks, maybe like Mimikyu after a +2 is almost guaranteed with the disguise. Though, I don't remember if Infiltrator actually goes through disguise.
I'm gonna actually look it up real quickly.
Because I feel like that's the
That
type of
is
ability
that
that
is
might...
a water company. That is not the Pokemon ability.
Let me see. Let me check. I
It
don't
does
think
not
it
look like
does.
it. So that says it's Reflect, Light Screen, Safeguard, Mist, and Substitute.
Unfortunate then. It wouldn't have been a good matchup into Mimikyu anyways, but it's still
No.
interesting to consider at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I'm also definitely interested in is seeing what Sam does with the Terra Captain Rhydon, which has gotten so much value as a later round pick throughout this season.
Yeah. I also think that positioning his Zoroark correctly will be a key for him to win, because he pretty much needs to bring Zoroark, but he needs to tiptoe it around some of Marcus's very scary mons just so it can get in and start doing its thing.
Yeah.
To a random Espathra or one of his more utility-based mons as just a good switch-in for Zoroark, but almost all of his other mons aren't. But he needs to have that Zoroark for the power, I feel.
Yeah, that makes sense. And with Zoroark, it can be like just so well hidden at any point throughout the match. So that could be a really interesting, just like game of cat and mouse to see play out.
Yeah, because this is like one of those matchups where you definitely don't want to commit like only your Terra for that dark like immunity for the psychic, because you kind of need the versatility of another Terra type to deal with the rest of the threats on the team. Because the Spatter is just like one thing, and it's only even barely come, but it's still like just such a massive problem that it's like you kind of have to bring like your dedicated dark type. You can't afford to go full dark on like Rhydon, for example, or what's the other Terra captain?
Galarian Slowbro.
Yeah, Galarian Slowbro.
Yes, Slowbro has definitely seen been seeing some more use later on in the season.
Mm-hmm. It's a very good mon, but it's a hard to work around mon. If you can get it going, it's very good, but it just specifically against Marcus's team, it just doesn't have a really good switch in.
Yeah, and I know Sam has typically had like Steel Terra as the main Terra option on it, but I'm not sure how valuable that can be given looking down a possible like Moltres and Donphan.
And even like Dugtrio as well.
Yeah. Though I don't think Marcus has brought out Dugtrio at all this season, actually.
That kind of makes sense because just Donphan generally fulfills what
Yeah.
the role of what you want your Dugtrio to do, which is fatter. And it's hard to really run utility on a Dugtrio, whereas Donphan has so much utility on it when you bring it.
Yeah, bringing Dugtrio I feel like would definitely be a very bold play. I don't know if Marcus has the expendable slots on his like main team that he really wants to give to Dugtrio. Yeah. Our last matchup, it beat Taco versus Adeline, the mischievous Masquerade versus Electric Sheep.
Yeah, and
This is
another rematch. It's very interesting given that these teams face each other all the way back in week one. So these players and their teams have definitely evolved since then. And this
mm-hmm.
was a very meeting as well.
Oh, Cygnus, we lost your mic quality.
Oh, what? Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Your mic started dying there for a second.
Yeah, your mic quality dipped for a considerable bit there.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. So this was this is a rematch from all the way back in week one, but these teams have certainly evolved.
Improved over time, yeah.
And these players have learned their team so much more over the course of the season. And back in week one, the win did go to Adeline, but it was a very narrow victory with only one Mon being left alive, that being the Terra Captain Florges.
Yeah. I will say that week one wins are certainly not as meaningful to playoffs as they are as week 8 wins, because obviously people have grown accustomed to their teams and they've created new strategies for everything. Obviously, that goes for both sides. So it'll be very interesting to see this rematch here with considering what has changed in both strategy and game sense.
Yeah, actually, looking at the stats from this week, from this week one match, Alliance Florges had 3 kills. So did Taco Lover Sisui and Zoroark.
Yeah.
Interesting. So
Hisuian
surely there will be some
Zoroark.
sort of counterplay involved on both sides with, you know.
Sure, yeah, both of those powerhouses are also Terra captains too.
Yeah, we could see some Terra shenanigans here,
Yeah.
like different Terra types and things like that.
Hisuian Zoroark, even without a Terra, is already a terrifying mon. But the fact that it is a Terra captain just makes it so insane. Just with the amount
Yeah.
of coverage it can get, because Ghost Normal, as it stabs, already hits basically everything she has for neutral. And then
Another thing,
whatever they want for coverage, they can just run at the Terra.
yeah, and another thing as well, Taco's been running choice sets pretty often. So what you could do is just click Terra Blast because it starts off as normal stab. And then if you
True
feel
it.
the need to Terra offensively or defensively, you don't have to switch out and you just Terra and then boom, you're hitting for a new type.
Man,
But then
that's
the only
diabolical.
unfortunate thing would be missing out on the power of Hyper Voice.
Yeah. I mean, in that sense, you could just run both.
Yeah, I
I
think
guess so,
Taco has said in
yeah.
the past that that's the main strategy he's been running with the Terra Blast. It's just like specs Terra Blast, and then if it's like a bad matchup with normal, he just Terra types, and then that kind of makes a neutral or super
Yeah.
effective, preferably. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
being able to lock in to a move that is essentially 2 types is pretty massive.
Yeah.
Almost as
Yeah,
massive as the low taper fade meme.
yeah, that Zoroark is sitting at number 5 on the MVP board, as it is Taco Lover's Breloom, which is at number 8. But
Oh,
Adelan's Florges is actually sitting at number 3, which now that I'm looking at it, is actually part of a 3-way tie for 3rd place, along with Waffles, Gudra, and that Hisui and Zoroark.
we lost your mic quality again.
Sorry. Yeah, actually, there's a 3-way tie for 3rd in the MVP leaderboard race, featuring Waffles Gudra, along with both of Adeline Florges and Taco Sasui and Zoroark, with 12 kills and 5 deaths.
That's funny.
Yeah, just another matchup where the most valuable Pokemon has to fight it out with their counterpart to prove who's more important to the
Who's
team, who's gonna
superior?
pull out the
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best mom win.
I do think this matchup is gonna come down to mainly prepping around those like MVPs and Terra captains and what Terra types they opt to run, because I feel like that makes or breaks this matchup, because those are the strongest Pokemon, and if they don't have like the right types to fully support them, it's gonna be rough.
And the hardest thing
Absolutely.
about that Hisuian Zoroark is that you don't have a really good defensive Terra type for it.
Yeah.
So the best thing you got is maybe like Dark or Steel, but then you could just run Fighting on the Hisuian Zoroark as your Terra type and just break the coverage from
Yeah.
that.
Or you run Fairy and hit Dark type super effectively.
And then that also doesn't give you the negative matchup against your the Florges stab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could see a lot of different things happen here.
Mhm.
For sure.
For sure.
Going back to the Hunter versus the Waffle, we got the lineup of Hunter's team all laid out like this.
Cool graphic.
Yeah. We got the MVP.
Surprising
team
MVP
going.
with Bisharp here.
Yeah,
Yeah, the last round pick.
it just performed really well in the games that it did come in.
Well, he has
Mhm.
just so many good offensive mons that I wouldn't be like 5 different mons I could have seen as MVP here.
Yeah, didn't
Mhm.
Bishop have like a 6-0 game at one point?
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Which week was that? I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
Let me check. Schedule.
Look at that maniacal tree laughing down there. How dare he?
Because I'm looking at Hunter and he doesn't have a week where he didn't lose a mon. So it's not that.
No, yeah, he lost. I think it was against Sam. He lost Mandibuzz, and then Bisharp took out all 6 Mons.
Oh, okay.
I think it was that one at least.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, as we were saying earlier, just such a strong, well-rounded team with like so many different sweeper options that's like it's so hard to prep for because like you don't know which ones are coming
Yeah.
because they can't all possibly come.
Definitely one of the biggest strengths of Hunter's team for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, that Mandibuzz too is also just such a good utility mod.
Yeah.
So tanky too. It could stall you out with the roost. Toxic. I'm not talking from personal experience or anything, but yeah.
Speaking from personal experience, I love playing Gen 9 UU. That thing is terrifying. That just doesn't die.
Yeah, and then there's like
the paradox mod.
the Rabombi who's just like super fast, can set up sticky webs. Webs.
I think I
Tinkaton,
could
I know.
decent punch with like Moonblast.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the Tinkaton, which I know Hunter at least a couple times has run pickpocket on it.
Pretty evil.
Yeah, and the Indeedee can just set up Psychic Terrain to just block any priority moves from going into this team. Grafai has like Doodle shenanigans and a good supporting move pool.
I kind of forgot about Doodle. It's kind of crazy.
Well, I think just Grafai has so many good utility moves that Doodle, despite being a very good move, just gets buried underneath all of it.
Mm.
But yeah, just a lot to have to kind of pivot around here and worry about. Though I think if you are able to force some of these Pokemon out of their comfortable positions, like the Paradox Mons after Booster Energy went out, or like maybe like Sudowoodo after it's broken its sturdy, or some of these other Pokemon after they set up, if you can force them out, it kind of puts them in like uncomfortable positions where you can kind of take
Yeah,
advantage of
puts them on
them.
the back foot.
Yeah, or even like was it no, not Sinisha, the teacup.
Oh,
I forget the
Poltergeist?
number.
Poltergeist.
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 Yeah.
The Tennis G?
Yeah, I was gonna say the Sinisha. That's the other one. After like White Herb, like obviously it's still very frail, but once you can get rid of that or like a Focus Sash and like break it, you kind of just put these like very strong positioned like sweepers into uncomfortable positions where you can like really like push the pedal on them.
Yeah, definitely your best bet against Poltergeist is something like a Sucker Punch. But obviously, if for instance Hunter brings something like Indeedee, then you're not getting any cryo moves off.
Yeah.
Or hell, even something like Upper Hand could be a bit
Upperhand will
could be a
go
bit
crazy.
vile.
Upper hand to the Sucker Punch Bisharp. Nasty.
Dude, that would do some crazy damage.
Both physical and mental.
That's a hashtag truthink right there.
With a bit of special thrown in.
Yeah, get all three. Put a little what's it called? Status damage in there, you know.
Mm-hmm. Both poison and psychic type damage.
But yeah, Hunter team, very scary.
Yes.
Yes, I am terrified. Speaking of me,
Yeah, here's your team now. I don't know if
Okay.
you wanted to like talk a bit about it since it's your squad and all.
So these mods are cool. Besides Glastrier, I really thought it was gonna be significantly more useful. I brought it to one match. It died in one shot, and then I'm leaving in the gutter.
Damn.
Like, why is this a legendary? It's just lame. You suck. No.
You can't lead a Glastrier to water or something.
Yeah, you can't lead you can't lead a Glastrier to actually good stats or typing. Well, no, it does have good stats. It just has a bad typing. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am somewhat proud of my mons I have here. Some of the couple of stinkers being Glastrier, but it was like $2, so it didn't really matter. And I feel like Sandaconda.
So sad.
Oh, it was like has been kind of bait. Like I've been wanting to bring sand, but sun is right there, so why would I bring sand? But then
that
again, I
Suncore's just so
could
terrifying.
bring sand. I could bring sand.
Yeah.
Hunter, I'm bringing sand.
Ah,
Yeah.
the mental mind games here.
The mental mind games. He's watching this right now. I see you, Hunter. I see you watching on your phone right now. I'm bringing sand, so prepare.
No, yeah, Hunter always watches these videos. He
Yeah.
really takes notes.
My lawyer has advised me to continue to stop talking about my team, or else Hunter will start taking notes. But no, actually, Gudra, like, unironically was like the mon of like, you know what? It's a high cost mon. I need some defense. I might as well. I didn't expect it to just be as good and as tanky as it's been throughout the entire season. Like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick Gudra just because like I was like, oh, Typhlosion's gonna be my mon. It's literally my mascot. It's literally my favorite mon. And then he's just like been there twice. He did good last week, I believe. But he's just really frail and really hard to work around, so they're just hard to bring in. And generally, Hisui and Lilligant does their job better, just because of chlorophyll. And Victory Dance is such a busted move. Crawdaunt, really funny mon. Really like the guy. It's really funny that I sun teams constantly, and then I have my freaking Crawdaunt who has to sit there in the back and wait for the sun to die down. Hanamra Therian, very slow but very good mon. The 4 German children, my goat. Torkoal, it's like somewhat underperforming of what I thought it was gonna be. But like I kind of need it because I need sun, so like I have to deal with it.
It's also like one of your spinners too, so even if it doesn't do damage.
Yeah,
at least
I feel like with like the weakest part of my drafting is that I didn't think about hazards that much, because I only have 2 mons that I think 3 mons that have rocks and only 2 of them that can spin.
Right.
Because Knucklestack, Sandaconda, and Torkoal all have rocks, and then Torkoal has
got
spin.
rocks.
Wait.
I didn't realize Torkoal got stealth rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Torkoal has stealth rock. It's been one of my main
damn,
rockers
okay.
of the season.
Okay.
Well, because the Torkoal's use has mainly just been the Swiss Army knife of spinner, sun, rocks, and praying to God that it doesn't die because it has paper thin defenses because it's a fat fuck from Gen 3. Magnezone, unironically, like I should have been bringing it more throughout the season. I feel like same thing with the Muck. Just like 2 mods, I didn't think about it in my roster. And the times I brung them, they've just been doing insane things. Besides the one time I brought the Magnezone, it literally did nothing because it never hit the field.
Yeah.
Now, I've been yapping, I think, for like 5 minutes straight. What do you guys have to say?
I like Mr. Craw.
Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, the Terracotta Crawdaunt is definitely absolutely terrifying. I also feel the same about that Sun Core with Typhlosion, Lilligant, and Torkoal is really good. Gudra and Enamorus are also both really.
Dennis, I losing you again.
Sorry. Gudra and Enamorus are also really powerful, and Mousehold is is a really underrated utility mon that I like a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
And EVLA Knackle Stack too. I think is a great underrated pick.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's definitely a good low value pick, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want more
Garganackle
popular-
is one of my favorite mons, to be honest. And like seeing that, of course, it was not here because it would just dominate everything. But having baby Garganackle has been very fun. Because Lord knows if we had Garganackle legal in this format.
literally be Mega Aggron and champions right now.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, like another very strong lineup of mons. There's still a couple of Pokemon that can definitely switch in. Like we saw Muck like last week. That thing is surprisingly tanky. They can't do the funny, what was it, moody stuff the minimized stuff that it normally does because singles boom,
Oh yeah.
no accuracy.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of Pokemon that could definitely swap in those last couple of slots and really turn the tide of a matchup and on its head.
I agree. Now stop talking about team before Hunter gets ideas.
We gotta talk a little more. We gotta talk about stats.
Ah, damn it!
Stats.
Damn it!
Numbers. Yeah, these are the 3 most brought Pokemon on each side. We kind of see how well they performed there. Got their little, their kill death ratio on the side, their pick rate and their win rate, which is the PR and WR. And yeah, some funny little sprites.
It's crazy how Hunter's MVP is not one of the top 3 brought mons.
Yeah.
But the Iron Leaves was like only 1 spot behind it too, only losing because it died 1 more time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad Daniel put them to bed because I think they were originally gifts before. The bottom 2, I accidentally gave them life.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
I had to go through and I was like, let's not have the gifts here because none of the other ones are gifts. So
Yeah, they were just the first ones that I found for like transparent like sprite images, and I'm glad you put them.
Nah,
to
you're
bed.
good.
I didn't mean to bring them to life.
Rise my creations.
Maybe life was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I created life and it was Iron Leaves, I'd be very sad.
Oh, me too. That thing's a freaking war criminal.
But yeah, these are the 3 Pokemon that you're probably most likely going to see in the matchup. Obviously, you could always just swap one out because, like, Mandibuzz for Hunter side is the only one that's come to every matchup because it's just a really good defensive backbone of his team. But we could definitely see a switch up. Maybe it doesn't come, but realistically, I think, as chances are not, the bird's gonna come.
Yeah, that
Pause.
freaking bird that I hate.
But yeah, on the Waffle side, we do see
Yeah.
that Mr. Crawl and Gudra have been the main 2 that have come to every match. Everything else has at least like been swapped out once or twice. So it'll be interesting which ones do continue the streak of coming every game, and how well they continue to perform.
And how many times Crawdon can do one thing and then immediately die.
Yeah, Crawdon kind of has to wait in the shade until the sun disappears and there's like some clouds nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will have to wait till next week to see how this matchup plays out. Good luck to both
I'm on
players.
Dragon
May
Ball
it be
Z.
a close
Yes.
banger matchup.
Ooh, you zoomed in by accident.
I zoomed in.
Yeah, you're zoomed in. You really like your Volbeat.
Oh, give me un momento.
Oh, it looks normal to me.
Yeah, it looks normal to me too.
Oh.
Are you
Yeah, why am I zoomed in? Oh, wait, no, that was my bad. That was on my side then. My bad.
gonna?
I was like, I do love Volbeat. I don't think
I
I'm
actually,
doing
no, it's me who really liked your Volbeat. My bad.
that. I
Volbeat jump scared.
understand.
Volbeat Nation.
We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo.
Yeah, apparently my mistake was drafting Haxorus because I really thought Haxorus was gonna put in work this season, and it's done like nothing. I don't know if it's like a syndrome of just like, oh, everything else like overperformed, or just Haxorus just did nothing. And it makes me sad because this thing has like 147 attack, and I'm like, oh, I'll put a choice scarf on this thing, call it a day,
Yeah.
win some games, and it's done nothing. Halucha's
okay,
performed as well
Hackers.
as I wanted to. It's kind of rough because it's not like an immediate damage Pokemon because it only has like 92 attack or something like that. So it kind of wants like a Swords Dance up to really like start sweeping. Um, but yeah, I mean it's a defogger, unburden, mold breaker lets me do some really funny stuff with it. I love the funny Lucha Bird. I wish I got to use his Mega, but the Megas weren't out at this point, so we had to do low power level.
No entrainment, no guard shenanigans for you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
In singles, I wouldn't have been doing much. I can't like when I went to cross chop and crit you.
I guess like high jump kick.
Yeah, but then what if somebody
Mhm.
just runs protect and then there goes my high jump kick?
No,
I'm
you're
like
not
half my
thinking
health.
hard enough. Hurricane.
Does Halucha
You
get
can never
Hurricane?
miss your
That'd be
hurricanes
crazy.
now.
My special Halucha set would have been crazy.
I could have gone insane. And think about it, you never missed Focus Blast either.
Oh my goodness, that actually would have been crazy for like Bisharp and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Halucha's done about
that.
as well as I wanted it to.
You miss
Uh,
100% of the focus blasts you don't click.
True.
True. Never stop gambling.
Okay, Wayne Gretzky.
Volcanion did better than I thought it would because Volcanion's like was in the territory of like I don't know if this is like one of those Pokemon that's good or if this Pokemon is like not picked for a reason. But no, in this format, obviously it's even way better because low power level and mythicals are already really good. And fire water typing, fantastic typing. And I got to have it as a Terra Captain, which is even better because I could take advantage of water absorb or I can just boost one of its types to make it even more strong because it's already really bulky, freaking like 130 special attack. It's nice. Chili dog, the Volcanion.
Yeah.
Wheezing, I love Wheezing. Galarian Wheezing is my go-to for singles, and then normal is and doubles I use the other Wheezing because less weaknesses. But getting rid of abilities can be useful sometimes, but mainly want to run Levitate. Hazards, hazard removal, really tanky. Yeah, Weezing's performed as well as I needed it to. Very nice overall. I love Weezing. Golurk has done very well. Unfortunately, every time he's about to pop off, he gets like burned or something, or some like weird, like I forget, like sucker punch or something, and then he just dies. And it's like, no, he was about to pop off
Sucks.
in the practice game. He popped off. Why did he die? Why did he get burned? Why does this thing have Will-O-Wisp? And then Golurk just cries in the corner. But Golurk has done pretty well, all things considered. No guard is very broken. Dynamic Punch, Poltergeist, very strong combination there. Arboliva, my secondary Terra Captain. This thing's also very tanky. I've been mainly running it with a Soul Vest just because make it more tanky. I can run pretty much max defense on this thing. I'm a ball stiff, or my balls are stiff. This is a good revenge sweeper because he's got that funny move called Jaw Lock where it traps you in. But mainly been using Crunch on it with Choice Scarf.
Wait, he gets that? I thought that was Dreadnaught's thing.
Yeah, no, he also gets Jaw Lock.
No, but Boston also
that's
gets
funny.
it. Yeah.
It's very
That's
funny.
Yeah.
funny. I did not know that.
He also has Stakeout, which is if a Pokemon switches in that turn, he does double damage. So if I put it in front of something that wants to switch out, double damage, eat this. And then if I use Jaw Lock, you're still stuck in here. So yeah, awesome. I got Reuniclus pretty late, but I was very happy that I was able to pick it up. I mean, Regenerator, very tanky mon. I love the little Jello monster. Very cool, very awesome. Lycanroc was kind of just like one of the last pick. Like I need some more hazards, maybe some more speed on my team. It's done like decently well. It hasn't like swept or anything, but it's done its job when it's needed to. Except last week when it didn't KO with close combat, but that Araquanid was just built different. So that was
Yeah.
not Lycanroc's fault. Volbeat, I wish Volbeat would have done better this season. I haven't just, it's just It's weird because in a low power level, I would have thought Volby would have done better, but it's ironically done more during the freaking when Iron Bundle in singles against all the weather like Kyogre and Groudon when doubles. It's just it doesn't
Yeah.
really get to use its supporting moves as much in singles because it doesn't really get like hazards and stuff. But maybe I can squeeze it out before I go down or before I win. Who knows?
Come on,
In
we
these
gotta get the
playoff
Volbeat
rounds.
sweep.
The Church and Pincurchin, another like last minute like I need an electric type. I need another hazard setter. Electric Current is really funny because I have a burden. Pincurchin has done very well in the game that it came. Uh, if it comes again, I hope it does just as well. Another four kills. But I like Pincurchin. It's just really really slow. So yeah, Pincurchin. Toucanon. Toucanon also did honestly surprisingly well. Beak Blast is very good in stopping physical sweepers from ruining my day. And then I had that one week where it bullet seeded Gastrodon and that was switching in, which was awesome. Or when it became an estrogen blaster against Levin. Very cool.
So true.
Yeah, Hawlucha, the MVP. I like Hawlucha a lot as a Pokemon. And hopefully it will continue to do well into the playoffs. But we will see, because I have a tough opponent ahead of me. It rhymed, because I'm a
Hi.
poet, and I know it. But here's Denny. It triple rhymed.
Yeah, hello. So this is my team. Team. My centerpiece and mascot is my favorite Pokemon, Staraptor, who I'm very proud made it to top 10 on the MVP leaderboard. Staraptor's been just really good with two excellent abilities in Intimidate and Reckless. It's been my Terra Captain, which has done more than just further boost its stab or close combats. I've been able to use some good defensive typings in some pretty clutch situations as well. And Staraptor's just been all around a really powerful attacker. Blastoise was my first round pick. Blastoise has been, I'd say, pretty disappointing, honestly. I mean, he's mainly been there as like a rapid spitter. I haven't really been able to get like a big shell smash sweep off, unfortunately. It's gotten like one or two kills a match, sometimes not any. It's been more like utility and support kind of. Hisui Gudra doesn't have the eye-popping numbers, but has been a really good backbone in my team. It's just so good defensively, especially on the special side, and it gets a lot of good coverage moves, can take a lot of good chunks out of things. I've been happy with it. Regidrago's been a lot of fun. I'm very glad I picked that up. It's just kind of like a walking nuke, kind of. It deals just so much damage, and it could also explode and even set up screens if needed. Meloetta had that one really good game against Andrew, and otherwise I haven't brought it much, but when I have brought it, it's done its jobs well. I've used both the main special set and the Relic Song set, so I'm glad I've gotten to use them both at some point. Diancie has been a really good lead. Diamond Storm is a busted move, being that strong with the ability, with a 50% chance to double my defense stat, which is already high, is just insane when Diancie also gets body press. So it's definitely been fun to use. Frosmoth is my secondary Terra Captain and was the hero against Cal. Pulling off that basically a reverse sweep there. That was a lot of fun. Cacturn, I'm glad, has brought in some good value for me at long last. It's come 3 times, had specific jobs, and it's done those jobs well. Packing a surprisingly heavy punch with its sucker punches as well. I'm glad to finally have gotten some use out of my dad's favorite Pokemon.
You gotta love Prio.
Yeah, and Palisand's another good value pick I was happy with. I definitely used it a lot more earlier in the season, then it kind of like fell off as I started favoring Diancie more and more, but Palisade's just really good into certain matchups. I love it. I love its typing. It can set rocks. Just another good solid mon. And Morgrim, I consider one of my big steals of the draft. This thing is basically just a Grimmsnarl at home, but can it put on Eviolite and it only costs 2 points. It can set up screens, can parting shot, can foul play, it can thunder wave. It's just been a very solid supporter that I'm really glad I picked. I think this was my best value pick for sure. Sorry, I kind of ranted there.
No, it's
No,
fine.
you're good, man.
This is
Your
the time to
team.
rant. This is the time to rant.
Yeah.
Say
Main
this
topic
is the
Divinity
time to
War.
gap.
These are
Yeah.
games. Yeah, Morgrim low-key scary. I'm very scared. Don't bring that thing.
Yeah. Unironically, Morgrem as a cheap pick is one of the best things you could do because it has basically all the same utility as a Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, it's pretty funny because originally I picked 2 1-pointers with Gabite and Impidimp, with Impidimp being meant to serve this role, but then I realized that I didn't really see myself bringing Gabite to matches much at all, so I just ditched it for the extra point to upgrade Impidimp into Morgrim.
Yeah, which
I basically
has paid
evolved my
off.
Pokemon. I basically evolved my Pokemon in Draft League.
You
Level
evolved
them
it by
up.
spending money. You trade a Gabite soul, a soul for a soul.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Gabite, for your contribution of evolving my Impidimp.
Mm-hmm. A soul for a soul.
Yeah. Everlasting exchange.
Yeah, we can go into the funny little stats in this matchup.
Yes. So you have 2 months that have come all 8 times. My Staraptor is actually the only one that has for me.
Yeah, I think the only time I didn't bring Weezing was against, I think, Hunter? No.
Yeah, one
Hunter?
time
Yeah, I
we
think it was
didn't bring
Hunter.
Blastoise. I'm trying to remember which match I didn't bring Blastoise in. I think it was, I want to say week 6 maybe?
But yeah, honestly, the matchup I didn't bring Weezing in, I feel like I should have, in retrospect. But yeah, these are definitely my top 3 Pokemon. Volcanion, very good overall. Weezing, obviously, very important role, and then Hawlucha is my GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, that Hawlucha is second in MVP. My Staraptor is number 9 in MVP. Well, your Volcanion's also at 13 as your second highest, and then Weezing filled more of a support role, so it's not exactly that high up. But it's definitely filled its role well, much better than you'd see from the numbers for sure.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is gonna be the matchup of the close combating birds, and who's got the
True.
the best secret counterplay? Because we know our normal play, but it's gonna be up to
Yeah, we're both very familiar with each other's teams.
who come up with the cheekiest little tech to really sway the matchup in their favor. But I'm excited. Even if I go down, I hope if you beat me, Danny, that you beat me. You beat all the way. It'll make me feel better about
I
me.
hope for the same right back at you.
Yeah, I look forward to it. It will be a banger.
Same.
Yeah, so it'll be a very fun match to watch.
Now we have Marcus's team, the rose tinted lenses, are our number 2 seed at the end of the season, going 6-2 with a +15 record. That low kicks was the first round pick, and it was the MVP as well.
Yeah, low kicks, especially being a Terra captain, did so much for Marcus's team here.
I got robbed. This was gonna be my first pick, Marcus. How could you do this to me?
Yeah, low kick is just insane. It's just an insane mon in general, and already being in a low power format just makes it go insane even more, because it just allows it to click first impression and kill things.
No.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
it being lower power level means more things die to just that clicked first impression.
It's like such a hard mon to counterplay because you'd be like, oh, well, I'll bring my defensive Pokemon, but like you can't because it doesn't matter.
No.
You're still eating this first impression Bugterra choice band probably.
Yeah.
The only thing that gets you save you from this is just pure raw defense.
Yeah, Marcus's team has pretty much been a 7-man squad with low kicks for Alligator, Moltres, Sylveon, Donphan, Mimikyu, and Espathra all coming and filling key roles. Leavanny was brought once, and I think that was week 1, and then Dugtrio and Cottonee have not seen the light of day. But it's kind of hard to blame Marcus when those like core 7 are so good, and you could just like tech one in and out as needed.
Mm.
Yeah, Marcus has a habit of bringing the same Pokemon, but Marcus also has a habit of winning, so it's working.
Yeah.
But it is pretty much those 7 Pokemon that you have to worry about and prep for. I would be surprised if we saw Leavanny. I don't think we're seeing Trio just because, like we talked
No.
about before, Donphan is just really good. And if we saw Cottonee,
Yeah, then-
Marcus is selling.
Nah, believe in the Cottonee.
Oh my god, fear Cottonee. Oh no.
Fear Cottonee.
Oh my
Even though
god.
it's not even legal.
Very scary.
What level 100 Fear Cottonee?
I mean, it is only base 40 HP.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, there's not too much to talk about. I mean, low kick's a very strong damage dealer. Alligator, sheer force monster, especially after it gets Dragon Dance up. Moltres, bulky bird. Flame body is annoying if you get burnt. Sylveon can calm mind and kind of flip a game on its head. It's done that I think once or twice now already. Donphan, very strong hazard mon. Can't be one hit KO'd unless you have like Molt Breaker or something because it's sturdy. Espathra, don't bring dark type. You lose GG's. Dugtrio has not appeared. Mimikyu, get free swords dance, die, unless you're like faster or can like somehow break through it through also Mold Breaker or something else. Leavanny has come once and not really done anything, and then Cottonee is also there.
Yeah, pretty much. Now looking at the New York Wicks, Sam's team in our 7 seed, who finished the season going 5-3 with a +3 differential. Oh, headlined by 2-game winning streaks both to start and end the season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had the exact same amount of won games as me. No,
He
he had one more
one more
win game than me, but the same differential as me. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam's team is headlined by his MVP Infernape, the second overall pick of the draft, and one of 3 20-pointers to exist here. You're not surprised to see it as an MVP. It's a very, very strong one for this format.
Also, just incredibly versatile. Just being either a setup sweeper with nasty plot, band specs or scarf, insane cleanup, just everything you could have won out of like an offensive mon, besides maybe lacking some power.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam's Infernape, Decidueye, and Noivern have been brought to every single matchup, with Rhydon having been only dropped once. And on the other end of things, Kingdra has only come once, and Berserker is the one mon to have not seen any playtime in the regular season. Could that change in the playoffs, though?
That is so sad. I like Berserker. You know.
Yeah, Berserker's
Yeah.
goated.
Steely Spirit.
Guy.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to bring when you have a lot of other Pokemon that fill a similar role.
Yeah, and the Terra Captains of Rhydon and Galarian Slowbro are both very interesting picks. I feel like the Terra Captain Rhydon in particular was an absolute steal. It's something I was definitely targeting at that point in the draft and was very upset to see go shortly before my pick.
Yeah, that Rhydon has definitely put in massive work. Mainly running the Water Terra.
Yeah, also, you have a bit of competition. Also, Sam is bringing a bit of competition to the overall league's field having other regional variants of Cal Slowbro with the Scalarian Slowbro, of your Galarian Weezing Armando with the Kanto Weezing, and of Taco Lover's Hisuian Zoroark with the Unovan Zoroark here.
But yeah, definitely a very strong lineup of Pokemon. A lot of more offensive Pokemon. Mainly the main defensive ones being the Slowbro, Weezing, and Rhydon. And Gligar to an extent as well, with Eviolite and stuff.
Yeah, Gligar was a very underrated pick too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gligar,
I feel like in general,
I remember Hunter drafted Gligar last single season, and it put in some decent work.
Yeah.
Yeah, a big thing in lower power formats is that often baby versions of very good mons are still very good mons.
Yeah. Unless if the mon is good because of their ability.
Yeah, well, Gligar suffers a little bit because of that, but Gligar by itself has such good stats and such a good move pool that not really having an ability doesn't hurt it too much.
Yeah, it still has. Sorry. It still has a good defensive typing, and also combined with Eviolite, gives it some much needed bulk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to be fair, it probably prefers not having that ability, because then it has to choose between, like Toxic Orb and Eviolite. But now you can always go Eviolite for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on once more to the stats.
Yeah, we're seeing this continued theme of consistency among these two teams.
Mm-hmm. Just a consistent across the board 8 out of 8 bringing.
Yeah, so in terms of like the main six, or like the main set of Pokemon, you know what you're gonna be facing for the most part. So you know what to prep for and what type of threats you're gonna typically be dealing with. So it is kind of just gonna be up to how well they counter prep, how well they counter build here.
Yeah, move lists are going to be big here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe even some EVing to live specific mons hits.
True.
Maybe we have another fisting time allegory.
We shall see.
Yeah, this is gonna come less to the mons they bring, unless Sam brings like a random curveball, and more to just movesets, abilities, maybe even items. And knowing how to play around the specific key threats.
Yeah. But overall, it will be another very exciting match to look forward to in the round 1 playoffs. Hopefully we can see the upset, or we will see Marcus continue to dominate with the same lineup of Pokemon. Last up, we got Taco here first for the last matchup. Obviously, very strong lineup of defensive mons. Obviously, those very key sweepers being like your Zoroark. Gyarados hasn't really been performing as well as Taco, I believe, wanted it to. But it is still very much a threat and something to consider.
Especially with those Intim procs. And it being able to swap an Intim alongside Arcanine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and Quillfish as well.
Intimidate.
If you
Intimidate
bring
everywhere.
physical attacker, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good considering both Zoroark and Blissey are not too great against physical attackers.
Yeah, although there's also Reggie Rock there, which I'm surprised has only shown up twice this season. I thought, as a secondary terror captain and being a Reggie Rock, I thought it would have been one of like the staples of the team this season.
Yeah, it's just
I feel like Terra on Zoroark is just too good though. Like
I guess, yeah.
yeah.
it's
Why would
too
you
good
bring
of an
Reggie
opportunity
Rock
to
when you
pass
got
up.
like Hisuian, Quillfish, Eviolite, or Blissey, or Fortress, or Unaware,
Quag.
Quagsire?
True. Yeah.
It's not that
Hell, even like
Regirock.
Tatsugiri to a lesser extent.
Yeah, it's not that Regirock is a bad mon. It's just that of the roles it fills, he has other mons that either fill it better, or take over like the cover better for the weaknesses they have. Because Regirock just dies to special moves,
Yeah.
and it doesn't
Yeah.
have crazy offensive pressure either. Whereas like Hisuian Quillfish, even though it doesn't has less physical offense, it just has a lot more offensive pressure because it's toxic.
Yeah,
and just generally a better typing it as well.
absolutely. And Taco Lover's been keeping the team very mixed up this season with only Zoroark, Breloom, and Gyarados like really consistently coming. There are a lot of Pokemon around the 4 games played or 3 games played mark, and every Pokemon has come at least once, with the least used being Quagsire and Veluza having come once each.
Well, I feel like Quagsire makes sense as one of the least used mons, because while Quagsire is an amazing mon, it thrives off everything else being stronger rather than weaker, because the stronger the mon is against, the stronger the Quagsire gets.
True.
Yeah.
Because Quagsire doesn't have its Kyogres, its Calyrexes to just sit there and eat everything from. It's only got like weaker mons. While yes, they do less, it requires your Quagsire less and less when more stock defensive mons can still do their job.
But yeah, very interesting team. I still think Kisui and Quillfish is one of the most underrated absolute menaces, and the season has been a strong showing of that.
Yeah, that thing was built very different every game that it's come to. Which I believe has probably been most, if not all, the games.
It has come 5 times, yeah. Oh no, 4 times. My mistake.
No, never
It comes
mind.
at half the matches.
Well, half the time you're having a bad time, because Quillfish is just very, very hard to remove with Eviolite.
Yeah, as someone who snagged him last season, or last single season, Quillfish did quite a lot for me for what I remember.
Yeah. The stats of Hisuian Quillfish and being able to run Eviolite and having Intimidate is just makes it so unbelievably tanky for what its stats are.
Yeah, it's vile.
Yeah, and even like not considering the defensive mons, Taka definitely has like some very strong sweepers. I mean, we've seen the Zoroark, what he can do. Breloom has also put in a lot of work offensively with like those close combats. You know, it's definitely healed a little bit from like the toxic heal and stuff, but it's mainly been doing damage on that side. Raichu is also very fast. I mean, strong electric type. It's good because it's a good switch in for like to cover Gyarados. And then Arcanine could also be really strong offensively. And I think people forget that Tatsugiri has like 120 special attack. So if that thing Draco meters you after like it sets up like a rapid spin or something, ouch, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
got
it's a pretty strong team, all things considered.
Mm-hmm. Just
Yeah,
some
very-
crazy good hard hitters and some crazy good defensive mons.
Yeah.
very strong and very tricky, with obviously the Zorak being the main issue there.
Now moving on to the Electric Sheep, who were our 6th seed of the season. Of the season with a 5-3 record and +7 differential, and ending the season on a strong note with a 3-game win streak as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and really, it's one of the later picks who's been shining. This Florges, who is 3rd on the MVP leaderboard and has been an excellent Terra captain throughout the season.
Yeah, this thing has been very bulky and very hard to remove, specifically like after it Terra types. Like with the right Terra type, it was almost impossible to remove. Like she was out stalling the stall. Like, can we be for real right now? That thing stalled Cal. What do you do?
Kind of
Yeah.
insane, yeah.
And that Florges, Talonflame, and Swampert have all been in every match with the mascot Electros, only missing one match. And on the other end of things, Frostless and Frogadier have not come out at all.
We
Very
don't know
sad.
that they're gayer yet.
Yeah, Frogadier is hard because I mean it is basically Baby Greninja, but like Swampert is just a very strong water type, and it's kind of rough to have 2 water types, especially because a lot of this team is like very like defensively core built. Like you know, your water, fire, grass stuff. Your dragon, fairy, is there steel type? No steel type, but you get the idea. It's very strong defensively. So when you bring in Frogadier, which is just like a less bulky, or it's like not really bulky at all as a water type, it kind of ruins some of the backbone of your team there. And then Frostlass, I mean Frostlass definitely could have come, I think. But like all these other Pokemon have just been performing very well. Even like on the ice type side of things, like Cloyster is probably a better pick. You know, Shell
Yeah.
Smash and then Icicle Spears.
Yeah, I definitely like the kind of bulky balance approach this team is going for.
Yeah, and it's definitely worked out pretty well for Adeline for sure. I mean, Lycanroc's very strong damage dealer. It's kind of like a Lakin cleaner. Or like you could use it as a stealth rocker, but I think like Flygon and stuff is better for that. Swampert, very bulky, good switch in. Definitely more of a check into certain Pokemon. Venusaur can definitely be a sweeper, especially if you can like set up the sun somehow. But otherwise, it's still pretty hard to remove. Electros, I mean, it has no weaknesses. That helps a lot. I believe it's also one of the Terra captains. I'm pretty sure.
Electros, yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
while it's mainly been Florges, Electros is definitely very capable of using that electric typing and also a possible other typing to its advantage. Flygon definitely loves the lower power format. It definitely got outshined by, you know, your Garchomps, your other ground types and dragon types. So it loves being here. Talonflame has done pretty well, a very good utility and very strong like Brave Birds, honestly, if you have priority on that. We already talked about how good Florges has been doing. Cloyster, I don't believe has come too often, but it definitely has the potential to just sweep games with Shell Smash and Skill Link combined. Definitely something to worry about. Chestnut, I believe, is another hazard dealer specifically with spikes. I mean, Spike is shield. You can use that to break a sash or something, and then just being a very like bulky grass type is nice. Charger Bug, I love Charger Bug. I don't think it's come that often, if at all. And we've already talked about Frostlass and Frogadier.
Yeah, and oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, Charger Bug has also not seen the light of day. I mean, I could definitely see Charjabug being like a bit more of like a niche doubles pick, mainly because of battery.
Yeah, it definitely has its
I guess
uses.
like a lower power doubles.
Lower power doubles would go crazy, but they did not next season because champions. They have very, very strong defensive lineup here. It will be interesting to see how well Floor just pops off and continues to pop off. And will it be
Yeah.
enough to fight Taco?
And I think also the Talent Flame has a very good opportunity to pop off if it goes defensive. Just having that constant application of burns across the team will just do wonders for her.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats to see what specifically we'll most likely see. We do see on Taco's side, the main three that he's been bringing is that Hisuian Zoroark, the Breloom, which have both come to every game, and the Gyarados, which has only missed one.
So yeah, definitely the system brings here, and I guess if you Terra Grass Florges and Terra Fire Zoroark, you have 2 Fire Water Grass cores here.
It's a Firewater Grass Core if you squint a little hard enough.
Florges
Yeah.
is a flower. It could work.
True, she does
And-
have grass moves.
And Zoroark's like a hair or like spirits or whatever looks a little like flames, I guess.
Right enough, it's a fire type now.
Yeah, I could definitely see this match going down to the wire again. Another battle of attrition of the defensive cores of both these teams.
Yeah.
How well they're going to be able to break the other team, because you got your Quillfishes, but you also got your Florges. That thing is going to be hard to remove.
The biggest thing I see deciding the match is how Taco uses his Hisuian Zoroark. Just because, well, I feel like I'm saying this again because of Sam's Zoroark, but just knowing when to not reveal it and then bring it out once maybe like the Florges is chipped down and just trying to sweep from there. Because even if, say, the Zoroark uses an offensive Terra to try to take care of the Florges is still very much tanky on the special side. So even if it's trying to spec against it, it's still not a good thing to try to go against it with.
Yeah, especially after a Calm Mind or two, it's going to be very, very hard for Zoroark to really get any good hits in there.
Yeah. No amount of special attacking gets you through a Florges.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the last of our 4 matchups here into
Ooh.
top 8 playoffs, round 1. Oof, it's gonna be a banger to look back on these next week, unless we lose.
Yeah.
Then we're a little sad.
Yeah, unless everyone here loses. Actually, no, that actually can't happen.
Well, it can't happen round 1.
Yeah.
No, because you
In
two
the
are
end,
fighting
there-
each other, so there has to be at least one winner here.
Yeah,
Hey, don't worry, guys. I've already lost.
It's okay,
I've got
Daniel.
this.
My
But if you think about
condolences.
it, you won because you don't have to deal with the stress of playoffs.
Yeah.
True.
You don't have to fight Hunter again.
The only time I've opened up Showdown since being knocked out of playoffs was to come with the team for Game On yesterday.
Yeah.
You did well there. You came in what, 4th? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, a special congrats
Yeah,
to
well done.
our very own Zebra Worm for winning that. Very awesome. Very cool.
yeah.
Very cool.
Very interesting to see to see our draft league players work with no restraints here, pretty much.
Yeah, taking the
Yeah.
cuffs off, taking off the slow starts off their team.
Ursaluna, my beloved funny bear. So funny seeing the difference between our draft league teams being these varied mons that we don't see that often into 20 Incineroars.
Hey, I didn't bring Incen.
Yo, me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm pretty sure a majority of us either bring Incineroars, Fluttermanes, Amoonguss.
Okay, well, Fluttermane's just good.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I find Fluttermane one of the more fun mons to use because it can be built in so many different ways.
Yeah.
It's busted, but then again, it has paper thin physical defenses.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as Game On has crowned their very own Pokemon champion, we soon will also be crowning our very own draft champion for Season 4.
Yes.
So stay tuned for
And
the
then
first
next
round.
season we'll play some Pokemon.
Well, wait.
champions.
Before we go, we gotta make this public. All right.
Okay.
What are your guys' predictions? What are your guys' predictions?
I'm gonna lose.
Who do you guys think is taking it all? Don't say
Um,
yourself; it'd be a cop out.
Not myself.
Okay, if I'm going with what I said earlier, if I lose, then that means I lost to Danny. So I hope Danny wins the whole thing.
Okay.
I think my prediction. I have a feeling this is Marcus's season to lose.
To lose.
Honestly, I kind of agree.
Meaning Marcus is my pick overall.
Yeah, Marcus has some
Yeah.
really good mons here.
Yeah. I was gonna say either Hunter or Marcus.
Yeah, will we get that matchup this season as well? We did not end up getting it at any point last season or in the regular season this year. And they were the top two seeds both times.
Will it be the first ever time they fought against each other?
Since like season 1 or 2.
Damn.
Damn, that is crazy, actually.
All right, we gotta rig it so that happens next season. Got
True,
it.
true.
Just,
Yeah.
No, that just means me and Sam gotta lock in. Make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, we gotta save that for Season 5 champions doubles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Return of Chimecho.
Hopefully Chimecho will be in the game by then.
I thought Chimecho is in.
Oh wait,
is.
I forget. It is
Yeah,
in the game.
Chimecho's
It's
in,
just-
yeah.
I just never see it, so I forget that it's in the game.
Yeah, because Mega Chimecho sucks, and regular Chimecho also sucks.
Yeah.
Well, you guys
I
have
like Chimecho's design at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you guys are lucky enough to not have faced Chimecho, because I think the only thing I've seen involving Chimecho and champions is Funbro related things.
Even then, that's just on Showdown. You can't really do that in game.
The game?
'cause you're gonna go to timer.
Oh, I forgot about Timer.
Okay, I need the concept of Fun Bro explained to me. What is going on in the lower?
Yeah.
Infinite battle, basically. You
Infinite
create a
battle.
scenario where the battle goes on forever.
Basically, the
Oh,
original
okay.
Fun Bro is you take a Slow Bro and you give it
Lepaberry.
recycle. Yeah, Lepaberry with recycle, heal pulse, and I think it's like two other moves that don't really matter. So it's basically you force your opponent to be stuck. Oh, it's block. That's what it is. It's block. It's block, recycle, heal pulse. So that they're stuck in an infinite battle where you constantly recycle your Lepaberry and then constantly heal your opponent as they take damage from struggle.
Oh my god.
And it hypothetically can last forever.
Ah.
Hence why it's called Fun Bro, because it's so fun to go against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be fun to see a battle of attrition between my opponent and me. Who's gonna quit out first? Because it will not be.
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm.
I will sit there all day. You will not Fun Bro me.
I'm immune to rage bait.
But yeah, speaking of fun, we will be having fun in the next round of playoffs next week. So be sure to join us. It has been a grand time
Stay,
today.
stay tuned next week, and we will have the results of the first round here. We will be down to 4 players remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
only
fun.
one commentator will survive next week, unfortunately. But yeah, be sure to stay tuned. It has been me, Scrumptious, aka Armando, here with my wonderful co-host today.
Daniel, let me get it right
Daniel.
this time.
What do you
Denny
mean? You're
and our,
Dennis.
and our special guest.
David Waffle.
And that will be us signing off for the week.
Goodbye.
Yeah, this is- Goodbye.